The Boeing 787's introduction into the aviation world was met with great satisfaction from customers and more. However, while not directly intended to compete with the A350, it has seemingly been pitted against it in many different cases, and now Boeing is plotting a more improved 787 to combat the A350's success in the market. Welcome back to GlobeTrotting. Do subscribe for much more frequent aviation analysis moving forward. Now, the Boeing 787, an aircraft intended to take the wide-body market by storm, announced initially in 2003 as the 7E7. The type was set to focus heavily on bringing efficiency to the aviation scene. Its first flight was 6 years after its introduction in 2009, with an eventual delivery in 2011. As Boeing advanced with their 787, Airbus were hard at work, continuing with their A330neo and A350 series, the latter being quite the hit. While most airlines have opted for either the A350 or 787, some have actually acquired both, operating unique missions each. Boeing, however, wants to ensure that they can find ways to better compete in this sector, and through an exclusive by Leham News and Analysis, LNA, earlier this calendar year, we learnt that Boeing was working on a HGW, high gross weight version, for the 787 series, one that'll be of significant importance to the long-term future of the 787. Its success, and of course the capabilities that it can offer customers in terms of long-haul flights. It's also a decision that'll increase the payload of the 787-10, with the idea to make the type more competitive alongside the A350-900, and take away potential future sales from the European aircraft manufacturers, steering them away and back to the American aircraft manufacturer, Boeing. Touted as a customer that has had critical interest in said variant is Air New Zealand. They're leading in the pack in terms of focus for this new high gross weight version. The airline announced during the pandemic, as you may recall, the retirement of the Boeing 777 series, albeit this will not be done immediately, but in the not too distant future. It's a decision that will also see the simplification of their long-haul fleet into just actually one sole series of aircraft, and that's going to be the 787 Dreamliner. They believe this is the series to take them forward in terms of all their long-haul operations. If they were to acquire such a new 787 variant that's being worked on, they would actually see fewer limitations on their long-range services to North America. So you can see immediately that it definitely has some significant benefits for a customer that may be interested in the type. On top of what I previously discussed regarding limitations and the ability that this aircraft will have to ease those, we've also seen a trend that would see airlines looking towards replacements for their 777 aircraft to move towards a potential 787 HGW. That's how I'll refer to the variant for the remainder of the video. There's a host of other airlines, not actually just Air New Zealand, that this would be applicable to. No doubt throughout this calendar year, and also previous ones, and also into the future, the aircraft manufacturer will be in consistent communication with these said customers that they believe could be interested in a new 787 version, inquiring about their potential interest to get a gauge for just how many people may end up placing orders for the said variant. In some instances, the 787 HGW would also see capacity added on specific routes, which of course would be a benefit if airlines are retiring their older aircraft with less capacity. Thanks to an increased range, there'd also be significant benefits to an investment in the new version of the 787. It would be an excellent replacement for those aging 777 aircraft. Now, not specifically the -300 ERs, but rather the -200 series, which as we know is certainly getting on at many different airlines if they haven't already looked directly to replace them. The reapproval of the 787 only a handful of months ago actually adds a further boost to the program, and we've seen therefore Boeing overcome a key hurdle in the series. Now they can sail ahead very smoothly, hopefully, exploring a new potential version that could have several existing and also new customers interested. Let us know your thoughts below in the comments. If Boeing does proceed with such a variant, that would be once again to confirm a high gross weight that would see an increase in the range and the payload. Who do you believe would be best suited for such a variant? And if you are picking an airline that you believe would work with this aircraft, where would you want to see them deployed? Again, let us know down below in the comments, and we hope you enjoyed this analysis. We'll be keeping a close eye on this 787 HGW, of course, as it progresses, analysis and really see the implications it could have on the A350-900 aircraft. That being the plane Boeing are really targeting to better compete with and hopefully knock a lot of the sales their way. Thanks for watching, we appreciate your support, and we will see you next time.